So I am delighted to be sat here eventually with Hunter and the Bear. Good evening. I'll let you introduce yourselves.
We're Hunter and the Bear.
Hey!
That's us. I am
Names.
1/4 of it. And my name is Jimmy.
I'm another quarter of it. My name is Chris.
Half.
My name's Will.
I'm at least 3/4 of it. I'm Gareth.
Marvellous. Now, for people that have never heard of Hunter and the Bear, and firstly, where have they been? How would you best describe your music?
It's pretty hard to answer that question, but it's going to go off what other people have said. Someone once said it was a thunderous concoction of anthemic rock, which I like.
Let's go with that.
I
That's
like
quite
that.
cool.
Yeah, that's good for me.
So I think we'll take that person's words and
Yeah.
give them.
And I've never heard another band described that way,
Yeah.
so there we go.
Yeah.
You're unique
So
in that
thank
respect.
whoever said that.
Now, Will and Jimmy, you guys actually started off initially as a duo, having met at university, and kind of things developed from there. Was it kind of at any point your plan to think of music as a career, because
No,
you
not
were
at all.
doing different things completely on your courses, weren't you?
Yeah, it wasn't. We started it just for fun, really, and we were playing in some ridiculous places and just pissed students everywhere, which was class. That's exactly what we were. So yeah, just playing covers and things, and then we just decided to have a go at writing songs, and sort of, I guess we still at that point didn't even think we would do it for our life.
To be honest, I still can't really believe that this is what we do. Like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
so the answer is absolutely we never expected it.
Did you finish your courses, by the way?
I didn't know.
No.
No.
You were doing business, weren't you?
Yeah, business and economics.
Alright.
I
She
flunked.
knows.
Yeah.
I flunked and it was great.
Yeah.
Drop out of school, kids.
We'll actually be in the band.
that
Now, you started off rehearsals in a shipping container in London.
You've
and-
done your research. This is
Oh,
it.
this was fun. And then Gareth and Chris joining you a year or so later.
Yeah.
Now, from the outside looking in, and from what's put out on social media and seeing you at gigs and stuff, you all seem to get on really well. Is that the
Oh.
reality of it?
No.
We don't get on really well. We get on really, really well.
Yeah, we're just best pals. It's
Yeah.
great.
It's true. Yeah, it's really. It was just such an easy thing. You'd never really think it would ever come together that quickly.
Mhm.
Because it's like 20% about the music a lot of the time, and the rest of it is just like everybody spending time together and like getting on with everybody's personalities and everything. And yeah, that just works
Yeah.
really, really nicely.
Yeah. Now, which one are we going to do? Right now. You have spoken about your saying not being something you've consciously thought about, and a natural progression with all your musical influences being from each of you in the music that you kind of put out there. How easy or difficult has that been to try and encompass that all, given that you are kind of bringing something different to the table?
Yeah, I think the one thing that sort of unites us musically is that we all love playing like rock music, like regardless of what we like to listen to, which we all obviously love listening to rock music too, but there's some eclectic tastes kicking around, but we all love playing our style of music and trying to sort of create something that's a little bit different to some things that are out there.
Yeah.
And that's quite a fun challenge, to try and get something kind of that feels like it's really ours, and we can sort of say this is our sound.
So I'm a little bit intrigued, because obviously when you guys started off, what you started off with the 2 EPs, Before I Come Home and Wildfire, quite a different sound to where you are now. So how did that kind of change then progress with you as kind of artists in that, and deciding actually, you know what, we want to kind of have a shift in where our music is going?
It wasn't even necessarily like we decided it. Like at that point, at those EPs, we were still very much, Will and I were writing the songs, and Gareth and Chris, we would put them together, but like it still very much came from Will and I like going away with an acoustic guitar and writing a song and then putting instrumentation to it, and as we sort of became closer and better friends and more comfortable with each other, and everybody's kind of influences just kind of came into the pot, it just became a much more like collaborative process, and that's basically, I kind of see that as the start of this band, really. We had a couple of EPs and they were great, and we did some brilliant stuff and great shows, and they stood us in very good stead those years of grafting, basically. But Yeah, I mean the album is the first. It's the first piece of material that we truly feel is like a good representation of the four of us like together at this time, you know, or at in May.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you've touched on the album there. That was released, of course, this year. Debut album, Paper Heart. For those who haven't heard the album at all, how would you describe it in a simple sentence?
Oh, that's a good question.
Let's do one word each.
Varied.
And
Very wicked.
Yeah.
And very, when you get 4 words, you know what?
there you go.
I think there are some tracks on there that kind of we all still sing harmony on stage and stuff like that. And, you know, the whole album is sort of designed to be a sort of antithesis of us playing live. So that's something that we want to just get across. But at the same time, you know, like we love singing harmony, and there's a couple of songs where we get to all do that. And you know, we love writing riffs. You know, that's what a lot of the songs sort of come out of. Chris had an idea in a shower one day.
Not in a shower. I woke up.
You woke up.
Oh, I
yeah.
forgot about that. Notebook by the bed.
I just have a bass by the bed.
Yeah.
Basically in
It
the
is.
bed.
Sleep to the bass guitar.
But yeah, it's a good question.
It was kind of like it's just a snapshot of the progression that we were making as writers, really, through that time. Because, you know, as you said, the stuff before that was pretty different. And sorry, I've got a brain fart. And and it's kind of moving towards the new stuff that we're writing and playing now.
Yeah, because obviously there's a mix on there. You've got kind of the rockier ones, Renegade, you know, like that one, to the more slower ones, like Hologram, on there as well. So I think there's something pretty much for everybody. Did you expect it? It's had like amazing reviews. Did you anticipate that it was going to take off as big as it did?
Not at all.
Not at all.
It was mad. Like I remember the day I think we were in Stirling on our last tour, and we were about to play, and it just felt like a normal gig. And then our producer sent us a screen grab of the charts, like the rock charts on iTunes, and we were sat between John Mayer and Pink Floyd at number 7. It's like, what? Like that. We thought he sort of photoshopped it or something, and it was like, shit. Like people are actually. This is a thing. You know, this is like a real thing. Because when we decided to do it, it was like, well, let's do an album because we've got the songs and it's time to do an album. Like, it wasn't because we thought the world would like it, you know. And you know, there's a small portion of people out there that have really liked it, and that's great.
Yeah.
And if that can keep growing, then we'll be very happy people.
And your decision to release a track a month, it was a track a month, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, is unusual because, you know, when people maybe have, you know, if it's a double-sided single that goes out or the EPs or whatever, but you took the decision to release a track a month, the thinking behind that?
Well, the way people like listen to music these days is so different. Like trying to get someone to sit down and listen to 10 tracks as an album. I mean, we do that, but
Most people do.
you know, the majority of people just kind of, it's all singles and it's Spotify and it's, you know, in and out. You listen to the first 30 seconds, decide if you like the band or not. You know, so that's mad.
And most people don't know who we are, right? It's our first album.
Yeah.
So
And it certainly put you out there, even social media, kind of doing that.
Yeah.
You know,
And
as
we
well.
story in it.
It's actually a good way to build a bit of buzz, you know, from a position we were in before we started the album, where, you know, nothing was really happening buzz-wise because we hadn't released anything. And it was like, well, you know, if we release a track every month with a music video, you know, that's going to be a great way to gather new fans and to let people know who we are, and then, you know, it'll build towards the actual album release, which it somehow just worked really well. But it was basically just because we couldn't afford to do it all at once.
Oh, there we go. That was the longest
But
show.
we played the genius strategist
Yeah.
card all the
Yeah,
time, because we were ahead of the
absolutely.
curve, man.
We like to give ourselves well.
Oh, yeah, don't talk about them. We're coming on to them.
No,
We're
okay.
coming on.
Don't talk about
Yeah,
that.
you're not allowed to
Talk about
talk.
I
Now,
see
you
it.
have spoken of writing about, well, actually you've spoken about being fascinated with human feelings and that being the majority of the inspiration behind the songs that you've released, and be that family, partners, people you've met on the road, randoms. Do you think kind of having that and people being able to connect then with your songs because they can relate to that, do you think that might be kind of part of the secret behind
Oh
actually what
man, I
goes on
mean,
with the album?
I don't.
So.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't think there's no secrets, you know, and it's not like we have a formula and it works, and like you know, we wouldn't tell you if we did, but we don't. But I mean, I think it's the one thing that everybody feels, you know, like
Yeah.
or everybody experiences is some sort of human feeling. Granted, we're all very different, but we're also all very, very the same, and that's quite a nice. It's a nice starting point to start a canvas with, you know. And
Yeah.
I think you're aiming at the right idea. I think if you can
Yeah.
write a song that kind of resonates with someone, and it's easy enough to do that if you look at how you
Yeah.
live day to day, because that's how everybody else lives, you know.
And it's interesting because you can interpret the songs from listening to them, but then come the videos.
Do you
Um,
like the videos?
I like all the videos. I like all of the videos.
What's your favourite?
Do
And
you
then
know what my
there's the
favourite?
videos.
Do you know what my favourite is?
Can we guess?
Yes.
Is it Nick and Jack?
Is
No, I was going to ask about Nick and Jack.
Okay.
Is it Daisy?
Yes.
I knew.
Okay.
Daisy or
That's the one that
Renegade.
cost us absolutely no money.
I love
We were
it.
sat-
It was like
we
the
were
poor
sat-
man's version of Ted, isn't it?
Yeah.
we were 40 hours out from release day. 40
Oh, it was
hours.
so
I shit you
good.
not. Sorry, I shit you
Yeah,
not.
yeah. And I
Um,
love the fact that you had cameo roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florist.
Filmed that on a phone
Well,
Oh, really?
well directed it and filmed it because we had no ideas and we had no money.
with
and-
all my directorial knowledge.
Well, you did a good job.
Fantastic.
There you go. Maybe you need to go back to basics again then.
Yeah,
And do
maybe.
that. But the Nickajack one, again, I was watching it and the thinking behind Nickajack, who's kind of, do you kind of all contribute creatively to kind of ideas to kind of get the videos to reflect the song? That was the one that I kind of was like, right,
Well,
what goes behind
We've been
that?
working with an amazing director called David Kenny. David Kenny, check him out. And he did the majority of the videos with us. And he had some just great sort of narratives and storyboards and ideas for a lot of them. You know, he was the brains, you know, behind a lot of it. A lot of music videos kind of just made sense in the way
Mhm.
the song sort of was. But like videos like Hologram and Nickajack, for example, he had way more of a free rein to just sort of put his like real artistic genius
Yeah.
onto it. And he had just a great idea with this amazing actor. And it's such a dark song. It comes from such a dark place. That
Mhm.
he just wanted to really sort of exemplify that in the actual footage as well.
Yeah,
Credit where
yeah.
credit's due as well. Though Will has a great eye for like video. I'd say Dave is an absolute genius. He really is. I cannot say that highly enough. But
Yeah.
Will has a real. You've got a real idea of what you want to. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
For example, like I can play the guitar. You know, I can write lyrics, but like I wouldn't know what to. I wouldn't know where to start if someone was like, right, make a video. just wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
whereas he really kind of has an idea, and I would say that
Yeah.
Will has a major part in that.
In the videos. So we look forward to maybe more videos from Will then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
No, he
no,
likes
Directing.
it's 'cause he likes being in
Directing,
them.
that's the-
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah. Is that how we made the
He
He
hologram?
likes
film?
close-ups. He loves close-ups.
I've got a great idea, guys. Just me.
Only me. We're in the van though. We're in the van.
Walking around the house.
You guys can be in the van.
The first and dead van.
Right, I'm conscious time is ticking on. I'm
Cool.
marching
Aw.
right. So I know, I've got more questions. We may do a fuller interview. Like, had
Yeah.
to skip a couple
You were
because I
the
don't
most
want to miss
prepared
these ones.
interviewer.
This is a good interview. I
Oh,
like
thank
this.
you. Right. So hologram. So these are the fun ones, right? So actually, with this one, we will go with Will and Jimmy. Actually, right. So hologram is one of the tracks on the debut album. Hologram features in Quantum Leap. Have you ever seen that? No. There we go. Is also in Red Dwarf. Rimmer is a hologram, and David Attenborough is going to be a hologram in an upcoming
I
documentary.
love that man.
Wow.
So, Will and Jimmy, if you could be a hologram in any program or film, what would it be and why?
What, like of I don't understand. Like of somebody else.
In a
Right.
film, yeah, anything.
I would.
I've got so many inappropriate ones.
Yeah, I think I would probably head to the sort of Braveheart vibe.
Mhm.
I'd want to get in there and just swing a sword around.
With your legs out.
As with my legs out, and yeah, just be a hologram.
Yep.
And yeah, get my William Wallace on. That's mine.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go much simpler. I love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, so I'd go and get steaming with them as a hologram.
As a hologram.
That's what I would do.
There you go. If you've got time, I'll let you guys answer that one.
Right.
I Am What I Am is another track of the debut album. Now, Gordon Ramsay, so this is for Gareth and Chris. Gordon Ramsay says, I am what I am, a fighter. And the famous Pamela Anderson said,
That's my favourite.
I am what I am, I am a horrible liar.
Ooh.
So one thing you are really good at, and one thing you are really not so good at.
Okay. Chris, you want to go first?
So the first one is something I'm really good at, and it's
Yeah.
really not.
Yeah,
So I am really good at being funny,
Uh-huh.
and I'm really bad at not being funny.
You're really bad at not being funny.
Hold on, did you say you're really
Really good at being
funny,
funny,
mate.
really bad at not being funny.
okay?
That's good.
Yeah.
I think.
Is that
I
right?
think, yeah, we're still trying to think about that one. Yeah.
Gareth?
I
That's
am
funny.
what I am. I am a terrible timekeeper, which is ironic.
He really is.
But I'm working on it.
No, you're not.
And I am a lover.
Ooh.
I'm a lover.
Oh, is that it?
I'm a lover.
Just a lover or what?
No, I'm a
Wait,
lover.
wait, wait.
Hang on,
I'm
hang the
I'm
hell.
full of love.
Fucking phone,
What are you
guys.
saying? What are you saying?
I'm a
What
lover.
are you saying? Are you saying that
I
you're
know,
a
I'm trying-
fantastic lover?
Stop.
I know,
No,
that's
no,
what
no,
I'm
no,
trying to
no,
establish.
That's exactly what
I'm
I'm saying.
not-
That's the question.
No, I'm not. I am a lover.
Gareth is trying to
I'm a
put-
lover.
But I am
This is
good
like
at
an
something you're
advert.
really good at and something
No,
really bad at. You said you were bad at timekeeping.
Yeah,
you're
and
a
I'm good at,
lover.
and I'm good at
This is
loving
like a
people.
weird-
So you're a good lover.
Loving people.
It's like a weird
showing
advert
love.
for your like bed
So,
skills.
This
You're
has got
really-
weird. Our tears knocking the door.
I'm Gareth Thompson. I'm a fantastic lover.
I'm a lover. Terrible.
You're good
bad
at
super
giving-
lover.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
really good at
That's
giving
quite
love.
a devolved.
Right, you're good
Super
at
weird.
giving love. It's,
Showing love.
No, no,
Showing
you
That's
didn't
better, that's
specify.
Showing. That's what I meant.
that's
Oh.
better.
You.
We all thought
Well,
that
let
Gareth
the
was going to
audience
be an
decide,
amazing
shall we?
lover then.
Comments are down there somewhere.
Oh, wait, it's always the ones that say they're good that aren't. That's something worth bearing in mind.
I'm gutted this is late.
He's
so
gonna get so
short,
much shit
honestly,
for
but
that
just-
for the rest of time, honestly.
Yeah, and quite rightly so as well. We'll maybe have to get another date when we've got more time. But Will, you said that you wanted to be the best live band on the planet, and I think
Absolutely.
you're absolutely on the way to doing that. People
Thank
are
you very
talking
much.
about you, such amazing reviews. Even doing the research on you, you know, just so positive. So we're wishing you all the very best
Oh,
for
thanks.
2018.
It's gonna be a good show tonight. We're excited.
Very much
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Absolutely.
Thank you
And
so
we'll get
much.
another date.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
See ya.